Good morning. Happy Saturday and welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. It's I Love Me Day. Seriously, it is a combination of madly in love with me day, true holiday, and self-love day. We'll talk more about that, I promise you. Ooh, got a little froggy in my throat. See this? This is leftover from last night. We celebrated Valentine's Day a little early in this house. Yeah. Um, it was pretty awesome. No, it wasn't pretty awesome. It was really awesome. My sweetheart made me this incredible filet mignon. Dinner was astounding, to say the least. Bought me a very special bottle of Pinot, my favorite. Yes, there's still a half a bottle left. I told you I'm not a big drinker, but I do love my Pinot. And after dinner, after a fabulous dinner, I got my cake. That's my cake. Now, you may have seen these advertised. I had. So I kind of knew what it was when I got it. And it didn't even matter because I was so excited. And if you're tuning in late, I'm sorry you're not seeing this live because it's so much fun. May I show you? Thank you. I think I will. Here we go. So after dinner, he presented me with this box that I don't know if this will work the second time. We'll find out. It says, "To Sandy from Indy, be my Valentine with all my love, X's and O's." And it says somewhere on it that it's a cake in a box, right? So I figured dessert. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Well, they didn't all work, but believe me, it was riotous. Butterflies were flying all over the room. Flowers were flying all over the room. Inside, there are beautiful pictures of us together. I have no idea what it cost, but whatever it was worth it because I was delighted. He did actually took a video of me opening it. I should share that with you. It was so much fun, so filled with laughter, and such an appropriate start to our Valentine's weekend. Now I have to try and do something today. Oh, it's going to be a special day. Well, let's see. Fritzy report. She wasn't great yesterday, I'm not going to lie. She was very happy to see me, totally knew who I was, but she was very aphasic yesterday and she couldn't really get sentences together. She wasn't making much sense. It appeared that she totally understood everything I was saying to her, but she couldn't really talk to me. So it wasn't a terrific day yesterday for her. But her caregiver said she was doing great. So I'm not sure what that means. Did a little work in the yard yesterday. Okay. The little work was I picked up poop. All right. We have 3 dogs. That's a big job. Okay. I know. But in order to get from the house to the new guest house, Casita Sandita, you don't want to have like surprise bombs in the grass on the way, right? So I needed to do some cleanup. Then my sweetheart went out and he like rearranged the jacks and stuff so it was more stable. Today I'm going to go out and I'm going to put some stuff out there, like plates and cups and glasses and silverware and maybe make up the beds. And I don't know. There's so much fun stuff to do when you have a new apartment in the backyard. Yeah. Good morning, Henry. Good morning, JB. Thanks for being here with me. It makes it so much more fun. So we have someone in our group who works with I don't want to say it wrong, and I was hoping that I would be able to talk to her beforehand, the Umatia Indians, who I guess are like up in the northern United States, Northwest appears to be. And apparently in 1855, we had a treaty with this tribe that allowed them to continue hunting bison, which was, I guess, their main staple. And as Americans did back then, apparently we reneged on that treaty. And for the first time in 100 years, in 2011, that tribe was allowed to hunt bison again. But I'm not clear if it was like a once a year thing or a regular thing, but somehow this is the anniversary of the Umatia tribe once again being allowed to be on their own land and do what they want to do on their own land. Yeah, I know. It's okay. So her name's Sandy. Sandy, if you're watching, I really want to hear from you. I want to know more about this. It's Galentine's Day. I guess 2 days before, the day before Valentine is always Galentine's Day. Like what? We need another day? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I like to be appreciated, but come on, let's not overdo, right? I think it should be Manentine's Day, which I guess was a few days ago. Here's an interesting one. It's Get a Different Name Day. Some of you don't like your names. Today's the day for you to pick a new name. A lot of people do it. A lot of people grab a nickname and make that their regular name and use it all the time. I mean, my given name is Sandra. Sandra. Ugh. I'm sorry if you're a Sandra and you love your name. That's great. But you know what? It doesn't fit me. It never did. Consequently, I have been Sandy my whole life. That's it. I've been Sandy. I know you guys have nicknames. My people have nicknames. That's just the way it is. But I will always be Sandy. I will not be Sandra. The only time I've ever been Sandra is when somebody's angry at me or is trying to make a point. Sandra, what I'm trying to say is, it's like, yeah. So here we go. You like your nickname? No one calls me by my full name. Well, yeah, see, you've got a lot of names in this world. You've got the name you were born with. You've got the name you choose for yourself. I think you should pick a name that makes you just love who you are. I was in a class once where we were learning how to do okay, truth is the class was with my agent back when I was working, and it was with people who he was the agent for. JB, didn't you work for him? Didn't you work for the guy, I forgot his name, who became my agent? Isn't that how I met him to begin with? Ooh, memories. Anyway, he was giving a class on how to audition. And we decided that we should all have names that described us better than the names we were born with. You know, it's like Rock Hudson. That wasn't his name. You know what I mean? Kirk Douglas. That wasn't his name. So people pick names that's more in line with who they think they are. I'm a Sandy. I love being a Sandy. But in my class, they wanted me to change my name to Sparky. Yeah, they said I should be Sparky. And then comes along Sparkles, and I get very happy. Anyway, so what would you name yourself if you could pick the name? Yeah, like JB's name is Benjamin. But he's not a Benjamin. No way. Benny? No, I don't think so. It's not you. Only people I don't know call me by my full name, and then I usually don't talk to them. That's it. That's it. When I get a phone call and someone says, "Hi, I'd like to speak to Sandra, please," I know either they're collecting a bill or they're not my friend. And that may be synonymous. Can we talk about bills for a minute? I don't get upset about bills anymore because generally, if you have a bill, you did or got something equal to the value of what it is you're paying for. If not, you need to do something about it. But generally, how can you complain about an electric bill? You got the electricity. And if your electric bill is high, be grateful. It means you stayed warm in the winter and cool in the summer, right? Celebrate bills. Ron Yates. That's right. Oh my gosh. JB worked for this guy, Ron Yates, who became my agent at one point. It was All Talents Agency. Thank you. Unfortunately, he wasn't a great agent and he made more money than I did. I mean, like, I kept getting my own jobs. That was what was so funny about it. He once sent me on a job for Irish Spring Soap, on an audition for Irish Spring Soap. They weren't looking for me. I mean, they weren't looking for me. I didn't even come close to fitting the description of what they were looking for. And when I got there, I was embarrassed because I looked around at who else was auditioning and it was so obvious. So when I got in and they said, do something, I forget what, I pretended I had a bar of Irish Spring soap and I went like this. Irish Spring. Irish Spring? I'd like to smell like an Irish Spring. Oh, yes, Irish Spring. Well, I didn't get the job. Let's move on. What else is it today? It's Condom Day. It's Condom Day. I don't know what you say, but got to be grateful for the condoms, right? In many cases, when I was in the balloon business, our slogan was, don't party with. And I got a message from the sister of a friend of mine in Australia who became my friend. And she said, I work for what was it? It was like it was some kind of reproductive organization in Australia. I don't remember, like a Planned Parenthood kind of thing. And she said, could I borrow your slogan? And I said, you can have my slogan. So don't party without latex works for the balloon business and it works for Planned Parenthood. Don't party without latex. There you go. So happy National Condom Day. It's also Natural Day. Yeah, Natural Day. I remember years ago, my friend Bobby was telling me about a friend of hers who lived in Beverly Hills. Excuse me, it so fits the stereotype, but it also fits the Palm Springs picture that I have too. There's something I call Palm Springs face. It looks like this because they've had so much work done on themselves that they all have this same look of, oh, no wrinkles, no smiles, can't talk. I mean, my face is young. Anyway, so this woman had colored contacts, a nose job, Botox in her lips, a boob job, a butt job, a stomach suck, whatever you call that thing. I mean, she was like a bionic woman. She didn't have any of her natural parts. So on a day like today, we celebrate Natural Day. It's why I celebrate my gray hair, and I've got plenty. I love my gray hair. Okay, I've got some wrinkles. I've got some gray hair. I earned all of it. Now, if you have something very distortive that you need to get fixed, different story. Otherwise, love yourself. Love what you get. Okay, next thing. Today's cheddar cheese, crab ragoon, and tortellini day. Any questions about what to make for dinner? You have choices. Do you know what crab ragoon is? It sounds weird, but it's really good. They're like these pastry puffs with crab inside. I think you might actually like that. I think we all might actually like that. It's also Wingman Day. So Tracy Seaman of What Do I Say, What Do I Do fame, I salute you today. Tracy Seaman has been my wingman, my wingwoman, for years and years and years and years. Most of you know her because She's on What Do I Say, What Do I Do every day, laying out some really great positive energy, but she's always been there to back me up. She's my wing woman, and I am crazy about her. And while we're talking about what other people taught us, today's word art is, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. That was my father's almost favorite thing to say. We'd come in with some exciting new thing and he'd say, sounds too good to be true, probably isn't true. So it's always protected me and kept me kind of rational about things. If it sounds too good to be true, you better check into it again. It might be. Tennessee Ernie Ford's birthday. Do you remember him? He wasn't like, an A star. Here's why I remember him. You ready? 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. That was Tennessee Ernie Ford. Well, that was me pretending to be Tennessee Ernie Ford, but I guess you figured that out. It's also George Siegel's birthday. Okay, I know he's not a heartthrob for a lot of people. John Ben, you've got Tom Selleck. I have George Siegel. I cannot tell you what it is about him, but I've had a little crush on him for as long as I knew he existed. I don't know. Maybe he looks like somebody. He is somebody. Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe other people look like him. George Siegel. Happy birthday, my love. All right. Self-love. I said we were going to talk about it. Let's talk about it for a minute before we go. Self-love is more than just feeling good. Self-love is more than just pampering yourself. Although there's nothing wrong with pampering yourself. But self-love, that's got to come from someplace else. And the pampering yourself will just come as a kind of an offshoot of I love you, so I'm doing this for you, right? I mean, you can love a lot of things, but what is love? It's not necessarily going to the spa, right? What am I looking at? Bailey is eating my flowers. Bailey, don't eat my flowers. Anyway, what I want you to think about today, and I'll let you go with this thought, is loving yourself has to do with nourishing yourself, of taking care of yourself, of honoring all parts of you, of not having to make excuses for who you are and what you look like and what you say. It's liking yourself and loving yourself. It's protecting yourself. More important, it's forgiving yourself. What do you do for the people in your life that you love? You listen, you protect them, you forgive them, you care about them, you do what you can for them. So here's what I want you to do. When we get through today, when you get through listening today, I want you to go into the bathroom, the bedroom, wherever you have a big mirror, and I want you to just be with yourself. It's not always easy. Just be with yourself. Find 6 things you love about yourself. 6 things. It might be the way you smile. It might be your eyebrows. It might be the way you smell. It might not be the way you smell. 6 things. And do that every day. Find a couple more things every day that you love about you. Because today, it's all about loving yourself madly. Okay, let me just check messages before I let you go. Botox, not a fan. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, the owl and the pussycat. Yes, George Siegel, the owl and the pussycat. He was so adorable in that. Okay, love you. My mother always said, whatever age you are is the perfect age to be. You're perfect. And I love you for it. See you tomorrow.